This is TaskSpoon, the series where I aim to complete the collection log one random task at a time. After nearly 2 years and over 4,000 hours of gameplay, I'm finally ready to take on RuneScape's endgame as I venture into the elite tier. Welcome to Season 4 of TaskSpoon. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 162 of the TaskSpoon series. In the last video, I was extremely lucky with a bunch of things. I got a bunch of good drops, I got lucky with clues, I got a pet. I don't want to spoil anything, so you should go and watch it, but we ended the video by rolling a task to get an item from God War's dungeon, which I'm not actually here to do yet. I have a master clue to go here, which I thought was very fitting. But soon I will talk about my plan. First, I'm going to do this clue. I recently finished all of the Master Clue tasks on the Elite tier, which means that I am allowed to open caskets whenever I want, and I want to open it right now. So, 1 Third Age pickaxe, please, game. Could you imagine, though? Anyways, let's talk a little bit about God War's dungeon. I have a few options of where I can go here. For starters, I still need a Saradomin's Light from Commander Zilyana, although that is pretty low priority considering how useless it is, although it probably will be the easiest one to get. I think I am going to save that. Other options are I need a Staff of the Dead from Krill, which I do really want to go to Krill. I recently got a Scorching Bow that I have yet to use, and I've heard that the Krill method with it is like super easy and chill and relaxed and fun. So that might be an option. I also do have to still go to Nex. I need a couple of Nex items. And for starters, Nile Horn and Zerai Vambraces would be amazing upgrades, not to mention any Torva pieces. But I think I am going to go to Krill. I kind of just talked myself into it, thinking about how cool and fun it'll be to use my Scorching Bow. So I think that is my plan, but I need to go and get a Greater Demon Slayer task. Except that I don't need to do that at all, because Past Me was smart enough to save a Greater Demon Slayer task in my task storage, so I actually already have that and am pretty much ready to go. So instead of the Crystal Armor and the Bofa, I will be using the Scorching Bow with my Missouri Chaps, along with the Armadillo Chestplate that I actually got recently. This is going to be the first time that I actually get to use it, because turns out that I use a Bofa for pretty much all of my ranging right now. So this is kind of a nice change of pace for me, and I've got a bunch of Dragon Arrows. I currently don't really have any use for them. I don't have a T-bow or anything like that, so this is going to be exactly their use. And other than that, I think I'm good to go. I don't know. I've never done this before. I'm hoping that I don't forget anything. I also completely forgot this is the first time I'm going to be going back to God War's dungeon with Rigor. There's so many upgrades. I actually am so excited for this task. So the main thing this bow does that nothing else can is it has the ability to freeze Krill. With the special attack, it will bind a demon in place for 12 seconds at a 25% energy cost, which means that as long as you are killing Krill fast enough with the Light Bearer, you will always have enough specs that you essentially don't have to run around at all, which means that all of the kills are just way easier, way more relaxed. It does so much damage with its boosted accuracy and damage to demons that you end up having faster kills as well. And then you can also just stack up the minions, barrage them as usual, essentially making for extremely easy and long trips. And I don't think I've ever been as excited as I am right now to go and kill Krill. Generally a boss that I'm not a huge fan of, especially after going, like I said, almost 2 times dry of the Staff of the Dead. So I am excited to get in there. Huh. I don't know what that is for. Apparently that was the combat achievement for killing him in a privately rented instance without being hit by his bodyguards. Which I figured now that I am killing him in a private instance I would get that eventually, but I didn't realize just how quickly I would get it. I guess I am just shredding through the boss, so it makes sense. So this is the part of the video where in my notes I have it written, do some post-commentary about the fight. And I don't really know what I meant by that because the fight is like literally the easiest boss there's ever been, but I will explain what to do. All you have to do is stand in the very southeast corner as the boss is spawning, and as soon as it spawns, hit it with a spec. This will bind it in place. You then attack the boss 5 times, and on the 6th attack, use another spec. You'll notice the boss will take a couple steps towards you, and that's okay. And from here on out, you just keep attacking, and every 4 attacks, you use another spec. You do 5 at the beginning because he's allowed to take a couple steps towards you without being able to hit you, but from that point on, you don't want him to move at all, so you just spec him every 4 attacks. I believe if you don't have a light bearer, you might have to do a little bit of running in between specs, and then let him walk towards you. That way you use less of them, but with a light bearer, you almost always have specs, as long as your DPS is good enough. So that's pretty much the entire fight. Now, I do have this other tile marked here in pink. If you run over there, then the way that the boss minions spawn and move and path, sometimes they'll move so that they all stack and you can triple barrage them. Sometimes they don't and you have to do some funky stuff, but that is a useful tile as well. But other than that, there really isn't much to say because the boss is literally that easy. Spec once, wait 5 attacks, spec again, spec every 4 attacks, you kill the boss. It's actually kind of funny, as I was going through clips to use for this part of the video, I actually noticed that my mic was picking up me just sort of counting as I was killing the boss, as I'll show here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. The audio quality on that clip is so bad just because I had to boost the volume so you could actually hear it, because I was basically just whispering to myself, but yeah, if you ever wanted some advice or a tip, just count out loud, and that's literally all you have to do for the boss. If you can count to 5, you can kill Krill. Anyways, Scorching Bow Zammy, super easy. That's pretty much all I have to say, so let's go back to the video. It's unbelievable. It's over. It's done. Oh my goodness. You know, a week ago, if you had told me that I would finally get the Staff of the Dead that I was almost 2 times dry on and I'd be disappointed, I would have said you'd be crazy. But honestly, I am a little disappointed because I was having so much fun doing that Krill method that I actually want to continue. But we're done. Obviously, it's good, don't get me wrong, but I actually enjoyed doing that so much that before I would have said, if you had said like, oh, you should go for the Krill pet, I would have said you were insane, I'm never going to do that. But now, that might be one of the first pets I go back to doing when I start pet hunting, because I actually enjoyed that so much. But hypotheticals aside, we got the Staff of the Dead. I am happy, don't get me wrong, I was just goofing a little bit, but I don't think I have a use for this pretty much anywhere, or its toxic version, but it's just nice to get it done. Another God Wars dungeon boss essentially done. Obviously no pet yet, but yeah, that does feel good, I'm not gonna lie. So I sort of assumed that I was gonna have to go and do another trip, and I wrote myself some notes to readjust the inventory based on the new method, and my notes were, don't need blowpipe, which I realized afterwards that you can't use the blowpipe spec because you need the specs for the bow. So I did use it a little bit for like KC and killing the minions sometimes, but honestly it was just a waste of an inventory spot. Don't need blowpipe, don't need food, more range pots, more prayer pots, because the method was that easy that I didn't need to eat any time ever. I did a little bit just because I wasn't at full health at the end of a minion kill once or twice, but man, that was just, it was so easy and so relaxed, and I had so much fun. Like I said, I'm a little sad I don't get to continue, but it's good, it's fine, it's whatever. Let's go roll a new task. Okay, hello, we're back. I know for you guys, this is just the next clip in the video, but I have been away for like 6 days. I've been visiting family for the holidays and got back yesterday, but after a 6-hour drive, wasn't really feeling like playing, so I've just been cooking a bunch of the food that I have while I've been watching stuff and sort of recovering from my trip, but we are finally back and ready to go, so back on the spreadsheet we go, and we're going to complete that task, and let's generate a new one, see what we're doing. Get a dust Battlestaff. Alright, well, I had sort of hoped that I would get this passively before actually rolling this task, but I haven't had a great opportunity to do any Slayer recently, so that did not happen, but I guess it's not too bad. So, first things first, I want to update you on the cooking in case you care. I started at around 15,000 raw karambwans, and if you take a look at the stack, I'm at over almost 25,000 cooked. I am going to continue for a little bit longer while I plan what I want to do, but I am feeling very confident I am not going to run out of food anytime soon, along with cooking all the other sort of miscellaneous raw food that I had laying around. That is not going to be an issue, so very nice, along with all the anglers from leagues and everything. This is great. So now let's talk a little bit about the Dust Battlestaff. There is 2 ways to get a Dust Battlestaff. One is from the tertiary drop table from Superior Slayer monsters, along with the Imbued Heart, Eternal Gem, and Mist Battlestaff. Every superior monster can drop them, and that is generally how a lot of people end up with the Dust Battlestaff, just sort of accidentally, passively through Slayer, which is what I had hoped would happen, but unfortunately did not. And the other way is a 1 in 4,000 drop from Dust Devils themselves, which is much easier to farm and probably going to be what I end up doing, which does mean I'm going to be barraging a lot of Dust Devils, but I think that's going to be faster. There isn't really any great ways to, like, target superior Slayer monsters, just because it's so random whether or not you get tasks that have superiors, and then actually getting them is still also somewhat rare. So I think I'm just going to go and barrage a bunch of Dust Devils, which is kind of boring, but oh well, I think it's the only thing I can do. So let me go make a plan for that, though. So I think this is going to be the setup, at least for now. I've sacrificed a bunch of % magic damage for prayer bonus, mostly because I'm already going to be using a bunch of supplies in the runes. I don't really want to go through a bunch of prayer potions as well, just barraging Dust Devils off task, but I have 46 prayer bonus with this setup, along with the Bone Crusher necklace. I don't think I'm going to actually have to use any prayer potions, and if I end up going overboard with the prayer, I can sacrifice a bit of prayer bonus to go back for some % magic damage. But I ran a bunch of DPS calcs, and I'm only losing out on like 1.3 seconds on average time to kill versus using like my full magic damage setup, and I'm over double the prayer bonus. So I think this is definitely going to be worth it. And other than that, there really isn't much to say. I'm just going to go and start barraging. And in case you were curious, over this account's life, I've actually already killed over 5,000 Dust Devils, so I'm actually already over the rate for this item, if you want to think about it that way, although I will be keeping track of my kills on this task specifically separately, of which I'm at 275, which I did in almost exactly 1 hour, which is why I'm recording this now. So I should be getting about 275, maybe 300 if I can be a bit more efficient. Kills per hour, which means even if I go on rate, this is going to be like a 13-hour task, which honestly isn't too bad, but I am going to go through a lot of runes, that's for sure. The good news is this task is one of those ones that gives you a couple options of how to do it. So for example, if I want to try hard and get maximum kills per hour like I am now, I can barrage them, which does take, you know, luring and stacking and sometimes prayer flicking to keep my prayer points, which I'm okay with because I'm putting in extra effort to get extra kills per hour. But then I also have the option, if I want to be lazy, or maybe if I need to eat dinner or AFK or something, I can go and just like Venator bow them and essentially just completely AFK them, which would be a little bit slower and lower kills per hour, but it does let me, you know, take a little bit of a break. And I just like when tasks give you those options. Sometimes if you're just grinding like the hardest method over and over again, it can get a little bit boring and kind of burn you out a little bit. At least this way, if I'm starting to feel that, I can just go, sit back, relax, watch my Venator bow do the work, maybe watch a movie or something. I just like when tasks give you the option to do that. Okay, hello, good morning to the gamers. We are on day 2 of Dust Devil killing, and I realized that the RuneLite tracker is not tracking kills properly because I went to look at my log, and on the RuneLite tracker it says I've killed 1,750 Dust Devils, which is when I went to bed last night. But as you can see, I started at around 4,900. So I've actually killed like 2,500. So I'm missing a whole like 750 kills on the tracker. So I'm actually getting more kills per hour than I thought, which is a good thing. But it is kind of annoying that the RuneLite loot tracker isn't keeping track properly. I think because when you're barraging them and you kill them all in the same tick, it doesn't know what to do, especially because I have a Bone Crusher, so it's not keeping track of the bones. But that's okay, we'll just use the log, which means that 2,500 kills so far. Pretty good, honestly. I was expecting less than that, so hopefully we can get it today. I'm not exactly sure how many kills per hour I'm getting with the Venator bow. Last night I was eating dinner and watching hockey and did this for a bit, and then just before I was going to bed, I was watching a movie and went here, and it's still pretty good. I mean, obviously less kills per hour than barraging, but for how AFK it is, you still get a decent amount. So yeah, I'm going to start the morning with this until I wake up a little bit, and then we'll go back to barraging, but like I said, I like to have the option. This is so nice. Okay, so it turns out the RuneLite loot tracker is even worse than I thought. Right now it says I've done 2,800 kills, but if you actually go and look at the Dust Devils, I'm at 9,200, and I'm pretty sure I started at 4,900, which means that I've done 4,300 kills. So it's missing like almost 1,500 of those on the loot tracker, which is both good because it means I'm actually getting like way more kills per hour than I initially thought I would, but it's kind of annoying because I'll have to look and do the math later. But that also means that we are well past the drop right now, whether you include my previous kills or not. We definitely should have seen at least one Dust Battlestaff by now, so that kind of sucks, but nothing I can really do. Just gonna keep going. At least, if there's nothing else, the loot isn't terrible. I'm getting some nice stackable stuff. You know, fire runes are always something I'm gonna have to buy, and, well, I don't know. It's not the worst, but yeah, hopefully we get this soon. Oh my god! I got the thing! I was eating dinner and I was not paying attention. Let's go! I just saw that it said Battlestaff on the ground and was gonna pick it up to alch it, because apparently this thing isn't worth, like, anything, and therefore isn't even a blue text, but yeah, there we go. Dust Battlestaff done. That was on kill number 9,879. So, you know, 2.5 times the drop rate, but that's fine. We're done. Like I said before, it didn't really track that well on the loot tracker, but pretty much 5,000 kills almost on the dot, and I kept most of the, like, cool loot in my inventory. 128,000 fire runes, 78,000 dust runes, a bunch of bars and money and whatnot. But yeah, the coolest thing, honestly, that I got out of that was a bunch of Dark Totem pieces, which I need to remember next time I get a hard clue task, because that's essentially 10 free hard clues. So anyway, let's go roll a new task. I just had a little look through the spreadsheet and remembered that there is one task on there still that I have been dreading quite literally since the account's creation. So as long as we don't roll that one, I'm happy at this point. Get 5 Neonies from hard clues. Okay, well, that is not it. And this means that I definitely won't forget about my Dark Totems. Funny that I was just talking about remembering those Dark Totems when I roll the last hard clue task, and then I rolled it immediately. But we have 10 Dark Totems, so 10 guaranteed clues. I'm probably going to trade one in for a master, just because I got one of every other clue while I was editing, while I was fishing. So I'm going to drop this on the ground and go and do a Scotizo kill, hand in the clues, get a master clue, and then go and do the 9 others. Man, this is even better timing than I thought. I still have a Greater Demon Slayer task from when I was killing Krill, and Scotizo counts as both a Greater Demon and a Black Demon. So I can do this on task too. This is perfect. I should also probably mention that I am missing the full Dark Totem drop from Scotizo log, so if we see that, that would be sick. Green log that and never have to think about it again. But it is a 1 in 128, so probably not going to happen, but sure would be cool if it did. In my 10 kills, I ended up getting 3 elite clues, so I have 1 master, 3 elites, and 9 hards to go and do, and I'm not gonna lie, just looking at this on the ground kind of stresses me out, but let's go do them all. Yay. Man, I knew it was gonna take a while to do all the clues, but I did not anticipate it taking nearly as long as it did. This has taken me like 2.5, maybe 3 hours just to complete everything I had on the ground, and I'm still not even done. I have 1 left of each, but yeah, I did not anticipate it taking nearly this long. Very satisfying, though, not gonna lie. I have a bunch of caskets to open, which will be fun. It is nice when you have that many clues on the ground, and you can pick and choose sort of 2 clues that are similar locations, like an elite and a hard together, and go and double up on your teleport and running time. I think it does speed up the clues overall, but it does not mean that it was quick, I'll say that. And there we go, all of the clues have been completed. I did actually have a few hard caskets in the bank that I forgot about, and I also accidentally opened a casket as I was doing them, which didn't have anything in it. So we ended up with 14 to open right now. But first, I'm going to do the Masters and the Elites. Now, the only way these actually get me something is if I get a rare item that is on the hard log and the Elite or Master log, which is a very limited number of items, mostly just like third age and a few gilded pieces, so very unlikely I get anything towards the task here, but I'm still gonna open them. Alright, no clogs there. And none there. Well, that's just great. Anyways, on to the good stuff. I've got 14 caskets, which, funny enough, will put me at exactly 500 clues completed. And I know it says 98, but we're actually at 0 out of 5. This is because I did count the rare items that I got before. It's a whole thing. You don't have to worry about it. We're at 0 out of 5. I would love to see, honestly, 2 uniques, and I'm pretty happy. Oh, there's one Ceridome plate body. Very nice. 10 to go. Master clue. 4 caskets remaining. If there's even one more new unique in here, I would be very happy. Another master clue. Oh well, 1 out of 5 isn't terrible, I guess. Okay, it's pretty bad, not gonna lie, but whatever. And now my reward for doing all those clues is to go and do 2 more master clues. Alright, 2 more master caskets acquired and ready to open. I'm so excited to get back to, like, gathering the clues instead of doing them. I've been doing clues, like, all night, but hopefully we get something cool from these and it'll all be worth it. Alright, well, we got something that is new at least. Mummy's head, a collection log, will take it. And a mimic. Alright, it was worth it. So I did actually have to go and look it up, but the Mummy's outfit is actually pretty rare. It's sort of on the same level as, like, Gilded. Even though it's not on the rare log, it is a 1 in 12,000 something, and Gilded for Master Clues is a 1 in 13,000. So it is a pretty cool item to get, at least. That's why it's actually worth a decent amount of money, because it is fairly uncommon, but it is just a cosmetic item in the end. But let's go kill the Mimic. Alright, a 1 in 38 chance at the third age ring, along with a boosted third age chance in general. Let's see a game. 600 death runes. Cool. Okay, 8 caskets this time. Perfect timing. I have to go for dinner, and I'm just going to open these. I'm hoping for... honestly, at least 1 new unique would be fine. 2 would be great, though. Or 0! Yeah, cool. Thanks, game. I may have severely underestimated how long this task is actually gonna take. Being the last hard clue task, I actually don't have that many new uniques left, and a lot of them are the more rare ones, so... yeah, we might be here a while, but don't worry, I got another master clue to go and do. And I might as well just open the master, because why not? Yeah, okay. Okay, hello and good morning to the gamers. I was doing those clues all of last night, and woke up today and just said, I'm gonna get a bunch of clues, so I have been hitting the jellies for a while now, and I built up quite the stack of hard clues over here. I don't know exactly how many this is, but I'm going to go and do them all. Well, first I'm going to go and take them all out over to the farming guild, and then I'm going to go and do them all. But yeah, this took me like, I don't know, 4 hours of killing jellies, maybe 5 hours. So I'm hoping to make some decent progress on the task here. Alright, there we go. All 20 clues removed from the catacombs, which ended up taking me like 20 minutes of running back and forth, but... I have organized them into wilderness and non-wilderness steps. Now I just have to go and actually do them. This is going to take me like 2.5, 3 hours, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, well, I was right. That did legitimately take like 2.5 hours, but I've got 20 hard caskets ready to open. I would like to see like 2 uniques and I'm happy. Anything more than that would be a bonus. Anything less than that, I'd be kind of disappointed, but here we go. Well, give me a sec. Oh my goodness. Okay, we did. We got at least one. I was getting a little nervous there, not gonna lie. And another master. Okay, game, 3 more caskets, please. 1 more unique. No. Alright, well, 2 masters to go and do. Alright, and the 1 master casket. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do this master clue step, one of the few that I can't do. Because I need the Huecoatl, Coif, and Vambraces, of which I have neither, and I thought about just going and using this time to kill some Huecoatl, but considering how long this is already taking me to get hard clues, doing that as well, this task would just take forever. So maybe next time I get this, I'll go and do it, but for now, it's just going to go on the ground, and we're going to open this master casket, and it's a mimic. Cool. And surely we get something cool from this and it was all worth it? Well, we did get something, at least. Left eye patch. I don't know how rare that is, but we'll take it. I'm going to mix things up a little bit and come over kill some green dragons. I want to stack up some prayer XP, trying to get 99 prayer, and green dragons aren't the best source of hard clues. I think it's a 1 in like 117 or something with the combat achievements done, but at least there is a chance to get hard clues, and this way I can stack up the prayer XP. So, yeah, gonna do this for a little bit. Honestly, I just need a break from the jellies. So I decided I was just sitting here killing the dragons. I was gonna go and do some math and figure out how many green dragons I would actually have to kill to get to 99 prayer. Assuming I don't have any prayer XP banked, which I think I have a little bit, but just pretending that I don't, I did the math. I get approximately 413.22 prayer XP per green dragon kill. This is based on the 1 in 35 drop rate on the Ensouled Dragon heads, the guaranteed drop rate of dragon bones using them at the Varlamore prayer training method, and then timesing all of that by 5.26%, which is the amount of increased prayer XP you get using the Zealot robes, which means that I would need to kill 2,646 green dragons, assuming average luck, to get to 99 prayer, based on the fact that I have about 1.1 million prayer XP remaining. And I am not going to be doing that right now. 2,646 dragons would take way too long, but I'm hoping that I can at least bank a little bit of that and get some hard clues, although I haven't gotten any of them yet. Hopefully that comes soon. Alright, hello to the gamers, I am back. I know for you guys this is just the next clip in the video, but the last thing I recorded was on December 23rd, and it is now December 27th, and as you might imagine, I have been busy doing Christmas family stuff, as well as over the holidays I got sick, and I'm still recovering from that. And during that time, I have not had too much time to play, and when I have time to play, I've just been continuing to kill dragons, so much so that I actually killed a lot of dragons, almost 2,400, and that combined with these bones, combined with these heads, I think this is actually way more than I need to get to 99 prayer. So, oops, but also that's just sort of a good thing. Like I said, I haven't really had much time to sit down and really play for a long period of time, so doing these dragons has been sort of a nice little compromise. And while I've been doing that, I have been stacking clues. I've been too lazy to go and do them, so I think I have like 17 hard clues here or something. I don't know, I haven't counted in a while. So I'm going to go and do all of these clues before they disappear, and then I'm going to go and train my prayer, then I'm going to open the caskets. It's going to be a whole thing, but yeah, 4 days of progress sitting on the ground right here. I know I originally said that I didn't plan on getting 99 prayer in this video, and at the time that was completely true. You know, things happen, real life stuff, and this is just sort of the best outcome. Honestly, I'm actually pretty happy with it, considering I have been trying to get 1 or 2 unrelated levels per video, just working towards max. And I guess this is a good one to get out of the way. I never have to worry about prayer going forward, which is one of the more annoying skills on an Iron Man. And yeah, not to mention, I did get a bunch of hard clues. Now, this was not nearly as efficient for hard clues as jellies would have been, but considering, you know, I got to get the XP as well as the hard clues, I'd say it was definitely worth it. Now it's time for me to go non-verbal for like 3 hours because my throat hurts and go and do 19 hard clues, which I did go and count, and that's how many I got. And yeah, hopefully this makes us some progress on the actual task, because 4 days of work, if I don't end up getting any uniques from that, I am going to be very upset. Alright, there we go. 19 caskets ready to go. I'm not going to open them right now because I don't want to have to deal with the master clues if I get any. And considering my luck previously, I assume I'm going to get a couple. So I'm going to go straight to the prayer training. I'm going to do that first, and then we'll open the caskets. So a little bit of a tease there, but that's okay. Let's go do the things. I'm going to go use the heads first, then we'll start with the bones. I actually think I got too much prayer experience because I kind of forgot about the ensouled demon heads, and I got really lucky on the ensouled dragon heads. So I'm just going to go and start, and we'll deal with that when we get there. Okay, so after using all of my ensouled heads, I am 877,000 XP away, and according to my math, that's like 2,100 something dragon bones, assuming that I get average luck with the zealot robe pieces. So I definitely went a little bit overboard, but that is totally fine. We're just gonna go start doing them right now. I also realized that I might need more Sunfire Splinters, but we'll cover that when we get there. This is probably like one of the last things I would have expected to have happen on a hard clue task. I have no idea if you had asked me before, like, how I would connect doing hard clues to getting 99 prayer. That just wouldn't happen, but I'm glad it did. I'm glad I kind of thought of this idea. The green dragons were a really good solution for me to have something that was very easy to do, both in terms of me being sick and wanting to lie in bed all the time, and also just being able to pick it up and drop it whenever I needed to. Again, doing a lot of family stuff. So very happy that I did it all, and I've got all the shards, all the splinters, all the everything that, according to my math, this should get me 99. I just gotta do it, which is the fun part, because I'm getting like 1.9 million prayer XP per hour or something. I don't even know. But yeah, I will see you in a bit. What's this? Me actually remembering to record a level? That, like, never happens. I did it! 99 prayer! Yahoo! Man, that looks so good. Finally, actually fully maxed combats. 2252, 25 levels to go. Oh, it feels good. It does feel good seeing both prayer and Herblore maxed on the Iron Man. Those are the two big, like, Iron Man skills that are hard to max, just because you have to gather all the supplies instead of just buying them. And yet, I'm still so far away from actually maxing just through agility and rune crafting. But if you just don't think about it, 25 levels to go feels great. And where you can move on, 19 caskets, let's open them. It's been so long since I've actually opened a hard casket, I had to go back and remind myself. We are currently at 2 out of 5 uniques for the task, and 19 caskets to open. I'm hoping for 3 new uniques, but 2 would be great, 1 would be fine, 0 and I would be very sad. So let's just do it, hope for the best. Okay, it was looking a little bleak there for a minute, not gonna lie, but there's 1. All right, 5 to go. Another 1. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm already happy. 2 new uniques, 4 to 5, and a master clue. Things are going okay. But it could be even better if I get the last unique in these 3 caskets. Okay, you know what? I'm fine. I'm happy. 2 more uniques there, 4 to 5 total. All right. See, if you had told me that I would kill jellies for 4 days and end up with 2 more new uniques, I wouldn't be disappointed per se, but the fact that I got 2 new uniques and 99 prayer, I am very happy with how that turned out. And not to mention, we did get a master clue to go and do, even if it is literally my least favorite clue step in the game, I'm still happy. Well, then immediately that was followed by one of the very, very few master clue steps that I still can't do because I don't have flared trousers. So, rip, but I guess that's fine. At least it happened quickly. I didn't do like 6 steps and then that happened. So, moving on, back to the jellies, I guess. You know what? No, I'm not going to go back to the jellies. This task seems to have a theme of doing things sort of unconventionally, so I'm going to go and find something else to do. Considering this is going to be the last hard clue task, the last hard clue unique of the last hard clue task on the elite tier, I'm going to go try and find a way to make this a little bit more interesting. For now though, while I look through the wiki to try and find something I want to do for hard clues, I'm just going to come over here to the Firewatch Sentinels. They also have a 1 in 128 chance of dropping hard clues, and I still do need another blood shard. So I'm going to try that for a little bit, and then try and find something else to do. So I don't really know what happened. I was just sort of chilling, sitting here, planning my stuff, killing Vyres, and I got a bunch of hard clues. I've been here, I haven't really been here for long at all, actually. I don't know the exact number, however long the movie Looper is, because that's what I was watching while I was doing all this. And yeah, I got a bunch of hard clues to go do, so we're gonna go do those first. Okay, 8 caskets done, and I do have a plan if I don't get the unique here of what I want to do for my hard clues, but honestly, I'm feeling pretty good about it, so let's just get it right now. Hey, let's go, Armadillo chaps. We are done. Oh, that feels good. I went to go put away these other 3 hard caskets for next time, and I remembered that there isn't a next time because we're done with hard clues on the spreadsheet. So I'm just going to open them right now because there's no real reason not to. Anyways, let's go roll a new task, see what we're doing next. I don't know if I'll be able to fit it in this video. I don't really know how long it's been. The recording of this has been split up over multiple weeks, but let's at least go see what we're doing. Alright, back on the spreadsheet, complete the very last hard clue task. 88% on the elite tier feels good. And let's see what we're doing next. Get the fish... No, 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 no. A little while ago, I was talking about tasks that I had left, and I mentioned that there was still one task that I have been dreading since the inception of this account. I just had a little look through the spreadsheet and remembered that there is one task on there still that I have been dreading quite literally since the account's creation. And yeah, you guessed it, that's it, the fish sack. This, on average, takes about 50 hours of aerial fishing, which aerial fishing is one of my least favorite activities in the game, and there's really no way to speed it up other than to get lucky on golden tenches and pearl drops. And yeah, it costs 1,000 Mulk Pearls, and you get an average of 16 to 24 an hour, so 20 an hour on average. And yeah, that just means I'm gonna have to go and do 50 hours of aerial fishing. Yay. Before we get started here, I wanted to give a brief summary of what aerial fishing is if you've never done this before. Essentially, you take this bird, very similar to the falconry birds, and you go and catch these fishing spots out in the water, and again, like the falconry, it'll go and catch it and bring it back to you, and every time it does that, you'll get a fish that will give you hunter and fishing XP, which is one of the most useful combinations of experience for me right now, considering those are 2 levels that I don't actually have maxed. So in that sense, this is actually a half-decent task, but that doesn't make it fun. Anyway, when you do that, you have a chance somewhere between 1 in 100 and 1 in 75 based on your fishing and hunter levels. For me, it's about a 1 in 77 chance to get a Mulk Pearl, which are the things that you're going to need to trade for the fish sack, which again is cost 1,000. So I'm just going to get started. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in the next video, but I did just want to give a brief explanation. There's no way we finish it in this video. Like I said, this is going to take me like over a week of playing and more importantly, a week of aerial fishing. So I'm just going to get started, and we'll see how far we get in this video. Now, I'm going to do the unthinkable here, and I'm actually going to say some positive things about aerial fishing. For starters, like I mentioned before, I do need fishing and hunter XP, and this is one of the few things that you can get both at, and at, honestly, fairly decent rates. Right now, I'm getting 57k XP an hour in fishing and 74k XP an hour in hunter, which is not the best for both, but it's pretty decent considering you're getting combined XP, and honestly better than the regular rates I get fishing Korombons, so I can't really complain about that. Also, even though it is a lot of clicking and I know my hand is going to get sore, there's no penalty for stopping. Taking breaks, AFKing, just not doing anything, it's not like you're going to get penalized for it, other than obviously lower XP rates and lower pearl rates, but you can just pick it up and put it down whenever you want, which is really nice. So there are some positives to it, even if it's going to be a long time of a lot of clicking. Alright, almost exactly 1 hour later, 27 Mulk Pearls in the first hour. That is well above the average, so that's nice to see. Hopefully a good sign going forward. And my wrist is already hurting. I was trying to focus as much as I could for the first hour to see what like my peak XP rates would be, and I actually got it up to around 59k XP per hour in fishing and like 76k XP per hour in hunter. And like I said, 27 Mulk Pearls, although that can vary a lot just based on RNG. I have a feeling I got pretty lucky on that. But yeah, that's just sort of what's to come. I don't really know what I'm going to be able to say for the majority of this task, because it's going to be just this the whole time. Okay, so I actually want to talk about this plugin that I got real quick. It puts these boxes around your character at varying distances, and each one further out is one extra tick that the bird takes to bring back your fish. So if you get one of the fish in one of these 3 areas, it comes back in 1 tick, and if you go to the next one, it's 2, the next one is 3, 4, 5. And doing this actually really helped, just prioritizing the closest ones. So obviously anyone in here goes first, then anything in this area, then anything in this area, etc., has increased my XP per hour by a lot. I'm actually getting, and I paused it so I don't forget, I'm at 62.3k XP per hour in fishing and just over 80k in hunter, which is like just right around the max that the wiki says you can get at level 99. And I think I could actually go higher than that because this is including all the stuff that I did before. So doing this method has actually increased my XP per hour by a lot, which means that it increases my fish per hour, which increases my pearls per hour, which is actually what I'm here for. So if you want, this plugin really helped me. It's just called Aerial Fishing on the plugin hub, and would highly recommend it. So I think that's where I'm going to have to call it for the video. First of all, I need to apologize for my voice. When I said I was sick before, I thought I was getting better, and then I woke up much sicker this morning, so my voice sounds like this for now. But anyway, I'm going to end the video here, and in the next video, we'll continue with the aerial fishing. I have no idea how long this is going to end up taking. I'm actually getting slightly more pearls per hour than I thought. The 100 pearls that I have now, I think this took me just over 4 hours. So if I'm getting 24 pearls per hour, that's not as bad as I thought, although still pretty bad. But I'll go over all this in the next video. For now, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, check if you're subscribed, do all those things. And I will see you in the next one. I want to give a big thank you to all of my channel members, but a special thank you to my tier 3 Big Spoon channel members: Alchemist BTW, Jack Staumer, Zach Martin, Luxitaire, Tony Adkins, Dolph, Fading Shadow, Mondeep Bassi, and Frank Chandler. And if you want to see your name here in the credits for the rest of the season, consider becoming a channel member. The lowest tier is only $2 a month, and it really helps me out. Thank you.